This is how to use a toilet on a boat, both the right way and what happens if you do it the wrong way. Ugh. So first up, how to properly use a sailboat toilet. To go number 2, we are going to do the following. Pick up the lid. We see that the bowl is dry. We don't want to leave skid marks. So we're going to flip this lever over here to where the picture shows the bowl filling with water. We're going to pump the handle, filling the bowl with a little bit of water. Just needs to coat it. We can stop it then. We may then sit and do our business. Now that we have done our business, we can also wipe with toilet paper as long as it is septic safe. But we do not want to use too much toilet paper, and we definitely do not want to put anything that is not toilet paper or human waste. So as great as these wipes are, they do not belong in a toilet. Do not do it. You will lose friends if you do that. Once we're done doing our business, we'll flip the lever over to the left, and now we can begin pumping. This is now pumping it into the septic tank. We're just going to keep going till it's all gone. If need be, sometimes you can bring in a little more seawater by flipping it back over, flipping it back to the right, and pumping that out. You can see how effectively we're able to pump everything out of there. How to go number 1. It's recommended you do this in the seated position, so that way you do not hose the whole area here, especially while you're under sail. But you'll be in the seated position. You then do your business, pump out using the left switch, and then it's recommended you pull in some water. This will help clean the bowl, add some freshness to it, put it back to the left, and then flush the rest of it out, and you're all done. That's it. So now that you know how to use a sailboat toilet, I'm going to show you some ways to not use it. Because the whole inspiration for me making this video is the last 5 hours I just spent unclogging my septic tank to find this. And this is not human waste. This is a collection of toilet paper and wet wipes. So first on how to not use a marine toilet like I'm sitting on is number 1, don't put anything down the toilet that is not human waste, as in what comes out of either end here, or is septic safe toilet paper. On some boats, they do not allow you to put toilet paper down the toilet, so they'll have a little bin nearby for you to do it. This includes, namely, wet wipes. It's the best thing to clog up a toilet, and it creates a nightmare for the boat owner. Also things like if you just brushed your hair and you have a lot of hair in a ball, cannot put that down the toilet. Feminine products, grilled cheese sandwich, sky's the limit. Just don't put anything down the toilet that's not human waste or the toilet paper. Now the next way to not use a toilet takes a little bit of thinking, and here's what it is. Basically, on a boat like mine and like many others, your septic tank is only so large, and you can only empty it when you are far out at ocean or when you are at a marina that has a pump out station. So what can happen sometimes is as you're trying to pump water up and in and out, and it's a little bit tricky when you're first getting to use these, you may put too much water in and you may find it impossible to push down on the lever. Now this is a manual toilet, meaning we're going to use physical exertion to make the action move. This is the Jabsco head. It's the most common of all boat toilets. It's very simple, very effective. Some boats will have an electric head that will operate very similar, where you pump in water and you pump out water. And you may notice how there's a little exclamation mark symbol. Let me explain to you what that is. Basically, if your sailboat is below the water line, which mine is, if you hold it on this side, water, especially after you've pumped it once, will continuously pump in. And I'm going to leave it like that while I continue to film, and you'll see how much water comes in. Eventually, it will come past the bowl and down into the boat. So this is another great way to not use a sailboat toilet, is you can actually sink a boat by your toilet, which is not good. So in other words, if you find yourself where this will no longer pump down, go talk to your captain. Don't just keep pumping, because this stuff has to go into a tank, and the tank is only so large. And if you keep pumping, well, it'll just build pressure and be more disastrous when it ends. All right, now let's dive into how these toilets work. It's actually super simple. Starting from back here, this is where we're drawing seawater in. The seacock here, which we can close if we want to, but we're gonna leave it open, because again, you can see the water that's going in, and I wanna show you that. It's very important, because I don't want you to sink anyone's boat ever. We're gonna bring in clean seawater through here, or fresh water, wherever the boat is, but water from outside comes through here into the back of this unit here. This, when you go up and down, is going to bring it in and put it into the bowl as long as it's on this lever here. If you switch it, however, it would stop the flow, and that is the position this needs to be in when you're done using the bathroom. Do not leave this toilet on the left-hand side. You must put it over. Very, very important. Once you have water in here, you put your waste in, as the water comes all around here. And then when you're ready, you begin pumping and the waste is going to go down here. It goes right here, over, and then here is where it gets more power put to it. Remember, seawater's coming in here and it goes up around this tube into the bowl, down, over, and now here it's getting pushed forward. This is going to go through this tube right here, around the back of the toilet, back in here. It's going to go this way. Everything will then travel up from the tube between those two red caps, up there to that little air vent valve, and then to here. This is a septic tank. It's basically just a big rectangular box. It has a few hoses going in and out of it. The other one that you'll notice here is the off-color one, this one here, and this goes all the way to the back of the boat. That is an air vent, both for when you're pumping in and pumping out, and just in case methane decides to build up back there. It is a word of caution though, when you're using the toilet and you're pumping it, you will be pushing very stinky air out the back. So on a boat like mine, you've got a swim platform back here, and you may have people out there lounging, relaxing in the sun, having a good day. Be mindful of that if you're going to use it. Give them a heads up, give them a chance to come to the front of the boat, or somewhere they're not going to be downwind breathing in all that methane. The waste then travels through this hose here into the top of the tank. Now that it is in there, it will begin basically plopping down. It's a good idea for the boat captain ahead of time before having anyone use it, pump in about a gallon or at least a tenth of the tank's capacity so you have a layer of water there. You don't want to have basically a poop pyramid, as they call it, and this is very common in the RV world as well, because it will all just sit there. If you have a nice mixture of water and human waste, as the boat moves and with the seawater and all the microbes, it'll actually begin to eat it up, and it actually does a much better job of breaking it down. Now, once the septic tank is full, you have two options on how to get the waste away from there. Option A is at a marina like this, or someplace where you have a pump out station, and they'll actually have a big device with a hose that clamps on, and it will actually pull all of the waste out. The rushing air will go back through there. As it pushes down, it'll be sucked back out through there. As you can see down here, I've got that pipe right there that goes off to the left, and that then goes overboard. We call that getting pumped out. The other option is called discharging, which is illegal to do unless you are 2 miles offshore. So you have to be pretty far out in the ocean. There's a lot of controversy around sailboats and liveaboard boats dumping out their waste in the open ocean. The truth is, it's not nearly as bad as you think, as long as you're not into a congested area like this. Discharging your waste into a congested place like this is both highly illegal and really immoral. It just really dirties the water that's being used by many people nearby. If you're out in the ocean though, you have plenty of space, and it's no worse than if you were a dolphin, honestly. There's some interesting stats out there on how much waste at once a whale can discharge out into the ocean. It is substantial. It's like as much as 10 or 20 boats all at once that have been saving up for a week. It is huge. I know some people get very triggered about this topic, so I'll just say this. If you want to see more information on it, check out Sailing Uma. They did the best video on sailboats and toilets and septic tanks I've ever seen, and they explain this much better than I can. Now I'll show you the direct discharge method. This is going to be if we had the lever flipped over the other way, and instead this tube goes down, around, back up, and back down. That waste then comes through this macerator pump that I manually pump back and forth, and this would then go overboard. You'll notice right now the seacock is in the off position, otherwise you flip it up when you're ready to do it. So I hope that didn't sound too complicated. It really is a very simple system. I like the fact that this is a manual toilet, not an electric one. It just means there's less things to go wrong. However, it does mean more work every time you want to use the bathroom. You have to pump in and out. I highly recommend that all captains talk to their crew before they use the toilet and give them a good explanation on how it works, because each marine toilet's a little bit different. Some people only put fresh water into their toilet, and there's some good reasons why. Seawater mixed with ammonia and urine produces a bad smell, and it can also create sort of like a calcified layer on the inside. And again, I want to stress, if you're on a sailboat and you don't know how to use the toilet, ask the captain to get a very direct answer on exactly what you need to do. Or if you don't think it's working out well, ask them for help. It's much better than getting one of these that I had to double bag. Ugh. This is what I spent the last 4 or 5 hours trying to get out of my pipes. And it is not a fun thing to have to do. It's every captain's nightmare. All right, and last thing I want to show you guys is look at this. It's been about 5 minutes, and look how full that bowl is. This again will just keep coming up until it goes over here and flood the boat. So to recap everything real quick, here's how it goes. When you want to use a toilet, especially go number 2, make sure you put some water into the bowl. This is way too much. We could have a lot less in here. There we go. That's an appropriate amount of water. Once we've done that, we'll do our business, and then when we're ready to flush, we're going to flip the lever over here to the left side where it shows the bowl being empty. We're going to continue pumping this until everything is gone. If anything remains, no problem. Flip the lever back over, pump a little bit of water in, flip it back to pump out, and do it like this. It is not uncommon if you've gone number 2 to have to do that a couple of times just to make sure you get everything down, because you do not want to leave anything sticking back up. That will be very stinky and very gross. And then again, for going number 1, you can just go directly into the toilet. It's recommended that you are in the seated position so you do not spray the area. Then once you're done, flip it over to draw in some water, sort of like rinsing a urinal, and then you'll flip it back over here to pump that out, and then you're done. This is definitely not the normal content I make for my channel, but I want to help educate other sailors and crew members and make sure they have a good time out on the water and on their adventure. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know if there's any other thing you want to know how to do on a sailboat. Sailing and the lifestyle around it is fantastic, but it is very different than living on land. So if there's any other videos you want to see in a related topic of living on a sailboat, small things like this, happy to share. Drop in the comments below and I'll try to make a video about it.
Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I hope you feel inspired to begin adventures of your own. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. For an exclusive, in-depth look at this adventure lifestyle and to further support my channel, become a member of my Patreon crew. Link in the description. I'll see you on the next adventure.